Have you enjoyed the Korean food in Seoul? Food? Yeah? Which one was your best so far? The best one? Jambon? Wasn't it spicy? It's okay. Oh, nice. You know, now it's the summer season, so I'd like to recommend one Korean food. It's Korean summer food, naengmyeon. It's cold noodle. One of the best combinations of Korean food is naengmyeon with Korean barbecue. So when you go to the barbecue place, you can order naengmyeon as a side dish. So the rich and smoky flavor of the meat perfect matches with this cold noodle. You must give it a try. Okay then, let's take a look at this place. This is the third place, Yeongyeongdang complex. Yeongyeongdang complex. This place was built in 1828 by Crown Prince Yeongyeongdang, who I just mentioned, to hold a ceremony for praising the virtue of his father, King Sunjong, the 23rd king. According to the painting of Eastern Palace, which was created about 200 years ago, the current form of this house is different from its original form. The current house was rebuilt in 1865, and King Gojong, the 26th king, would use it as a political space for receiving foreign envoys. This house was built in a style similar to that of the private nobleman's house. So it features separate quarters for men and women, and this place was not painted. No paintings here. When you look at the palace buildings, most of the buildings are colorfully painted, but no paintings here. Multicolor paintings could only be applied to sacred places, such as palaces, shrines, and Buddhist temples. But we don't know for sure why this house was not painted. It is assumed that it looks like a nobleman's house, so it remained unpainted. To give you an example, have you been to the Bukchon Hanok village? This is also one of the main tourist attractions in Seoul. It's not far from here. This village is located right between two palaces, the main palace and the secondary palace. And the village was where noble family of Joseon dynasty resided. This house looks similar to the one you can see there. Okay, now let's go inside.
You want to go on there?
Yeah? You can do that. So now we are in the male servant quarters. This was the male servant quarters. So we just passed through the main gate. There is the main gate, and on the left, a little behind on the left, there's the gatekeeper's room. And next to it, there is a stable in which horses are kept. If you go further inside, there is the Korean traditional toilet. So if you're curious about it, you can go and check it out. Traditional toilets are usually located in corners or hidden spots because they are considered dirty and impure places. One of the questions I get the most is about the king's toilet. But the thing is, there is no special royal bathroom for the king. The king used portable toilets. It's very cheaper. It's shaped like a box and covered with fabric. This toilet is called Baekwangter in Korean, which means plum blossom tree. So why do they name a toilet after flowers? Yeah, maybe it was to make you feel better while using it. So when you go to the museum, National Palace Museum of Korea, you can see the king's toilet. Okay, now let's check out the gate. There are two gates. This gate leads to the men's quarters, and that gate leads to the women's quarters. The gate of men's quarters is higher than that one. This is because it was designed to allow a man on a palanquin or a horse to enter the gate easily. So we are checking out the men's quarter first. Yeah, please come that way. The main character's song between the walk and the field. So in the end, it becomes the left. Do you remember that? The guy living in the basement floor come up and try to kill the song with it. It's similar to that one. It's a kind of decoration. In the past, royalty and nobles had a hobby collecting such rocks. It is called space, which means oddly shaped rock. These oddly shaped rocks are generally installed for decorative purposes along ponds and gardens. These rocks depict the holy mountain, where Taoists in modern day, and therefore they recreate the atmosphere to remember where it was. Okay, now let's take a look at this building. This was the men's quarters where master of the house resided. So this house consists of master's room, and a raised veranda with wooden floor top in the middle. If you please take a look up there, under the roof, there are many iron hooks. And those are the holding the doors when they are folded and hung up. Then the closed narrow spaces become big wide office spaces. It's perfect for staying cool inside. Okay, the next, please take a look at the building on your right. And there's another one, that building. And that building was used as a library and a reception room. And as you can see, the roof over there is somewhat unique. Since that building faces west, sunlight shed is raised deep inside the oven. If these colors the books can be lightly. So to prevent this, an additional roof covered with copper plate was attached to the original roof, and sunscreens were installed. So the angle is controlled by the ropes and pulleys according to the sunlight. Alright everyone, after checking out the women's corners, we are going to take a short break here. Alright, then we can please move to the left, yes, move to that place.
No.
Now we are in the women's quarters. This was the women's quarters. The men's and women's quarters are separated by a wall. However, in fact, these two buildings are connected at the inside. So if you look at the men's quarters from that side, you can see that all the rooms are connected. This time, let me introduce Korean heating system. Ondur is a heating system which originated in the north. This has been used since ancient times. It was widely used from 15th century. It is interesting to know that the heating system spread from the lower class to the upper class. So please take a look at this picture. This is the structure. So when the fire is lit in the fireplace, the hot smoke passes through flues and burns up the stone plate laid under the room's floor, and then the smoke escapes through the connecting chimney. The chimney is located in the back of the building. Can you see the chimney over there made of red bricks? It is attached to the wall. It is connected underground to the heating system in the south. The kitchen was located beyond that stone wall. That was where food was prepared. The chores were done by maid. In the palace, charcoal was used for heating because the soot from burning wood could stain multicolor paintings on the palace buildings. There's one more feature to prepare for cold weather. Please take a look at the doors and windows. Doors and windows, they are all covered with papers. Doesn't this look enough for cold weather? No, it looks not enough. Winter in Korea is very cold. During the coldest time, the temperature can drop below minus 15 or 16 degrees Celsius. It's really cold in winter. It looks not enough. Actually, it's not normal paper. It's traditional paper called hanji. Hanji is made of the inner bark of paper mulberry tree. Paper mulberry tree is Korean native species. The tree contains a lot of fiber, making the paper very durable and resistant to tearing. So it was effective at retaining heat. So it was able to keep the interior warm even during the winter. So in winter, we layer this paper in winter, and we replace it every year since it is discolored due to sunlight and rain. And sometimes we apply oil to this paper and dry it, then it becomes waterproof. Alright everyone, before we move on to the last open area, I'll let you give us 3 minutes to take photos here because the final destination is pretty far from here. It might be difficult to come back. If you have questions, please ask me.